On today's episode of Still Noise, I sit down and have a chat with professional free surfer, Tosh Tudor. Tosh grew up in California and is the son of 3 times world longboarding champion, Joel Tudor. Tosh has wasted no time in continuing his father's legacy and has already earned himself worldwide respect when riding consequential waves with elegance and finesse. Tosh is a lovely lad, and while he was here in Australia, I was lucky enough to pin him down and come sit in here with me and have a yarn. Although he's only young, he's lived a very eventful life, so let's get him in here to share a couple of those stories. Let me introduce you to Tosh Tudor. Hey, young Tosh.
Hey, Jakey.
How are you, bro?
I'm doing good.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Good to have you back.
Dude, happy to be back.
Yeah.
Stoked to be here.
Yeah, good to have you back. This is the little room you stayed in that last time you were here, huh?
Yes, it is. Me and Shayna.
You and the Shayna, yeah.
Sharing the floor, just in the household. It's nice. We get a little morning wake-up call by Dutch.
Yeah.
It was good.
Get the Dutch in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, mate. So, what's been happening? You back in Oz for a little bit?
Back in Oz, just fortunately cruising. Kind of just working on some projects.
Yeah.
Working on like another little surf film, I guess.
Yeah.
Put that out just with some trips that have been going on, and yeah, just trying to score some barrels.
Sweet.
That's been the goal. Fortunately, luckily, yeah.
Well, it's worked perfectly. Glad that I could get you in here for a little yarn.
Yeah.
Sneak you in the tight schedule. Chasing waves. He's a busy man.
Oh yeah.
Busy
Real
boy.
busy.
Yeah.
No.
Well, give us just the brief introduction, full name, where you're from.
Yes. Sweet.
Just a little opener.
Well, yep. I'm Tosh Tudor, I guess. I'm 20 years old, from San Diego, California, and yeah, I like surfing.
Yeah.
Is
Sick.
that good? I don't know. Yeah.
You nailed that. Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Sweet.
And you grew up in whereabouts in San Diego?
I grew up. So I was born in Del Mar and
Yeah.
grew up in Del Mar, but my dad is from Claremont originally, so he
Right.
spent a lot of time down in the reefs in La Jolla and stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
also grew up surfing Cardiff Reef, which is this longboard spot in Encinitas.
Yep.
So I grew up surfing pretty much between those two areas a lot, and like a little bit north, Oceanside and stuff. Kind of just all that whole zone in San Diego or in North County, pretty much, in South County. And yeah, that's where I grew up. And then my mom is from Maui, so I would spend a lot of time over in Hawaii with my grandparents who live over there, or my grandpa who lives over there on my mom's side, and yeah, just kind of bounced back and forth between Hawaii and California. Yeah.
Sweet. And did you do school in California or Hawaii or both?
I did school in California. When I was younger, the Hawaii stuff, I was just going on trips and
Just
stuff,
going,
you know.
visiting,
Yeah.
yeah.
California's home, and yeah, that's where I went to school.
Yeah, cool. I see it. Yeah, you went to school there?
Yeah.
And you got one sibling, right? One.
Yep.
Is that
Got
right?
a little brother, Judah.
Yeah.
He's
Judah Tudor.
Judah Tudor.
Wow.
I
That's
know.
a sick name.
I know. It's pretty crazy.
Good job,
I don't know
parents.
how I got.
I like that.
Don't know how that all worked out, but
Yeah.
he's 15, really good skater, and he's starting to get into surfing, and yeah, just little rascal.
Can you skate?
I'm not as good as him. Yeah, it's like almost embarrassing going to skate with him because I just look puny. But I can skate. Yeah, I can do some 50-50s, some rock and rolls, and a couple little grinds on transition stuff. But that's about it. I'm not very good at anything else. Yeah.
Yep. And what's the age difference?
Yeah, like 5 years.
5
I think.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right on the cusp of being
5 or 6, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not that much younger, but then it's not super close, huh?
Yep.
Same parents?
Same parents. Yep.
Same parents. Yeah, cool. And so, I mean, your last name is kind of comes from you're sort of from a bloodline of surfing royalty. Your old man Joel
Yep.
Tudor is a bit of a longboard icon. So obviously growing up around that as a kid, that would have had a fair bit of influence on your surfing and the kind of boards you rode and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy to even like think about sometimes like the situation or that I got born in sometimes. Just the fact that somehow my dad was this longboard icon, surfing icon, and super influential for a lot of different people. Just super fortunate to even have been able to be born into that situation. And with growing up with him as a dad, he's definitely got a big personality, as you can see on his Instagram and stuff, and throughout his career, which has been good and bad. But it's amazing. I'm super grateful, and just to get to grow up learning to ride so many different types of surfboards and getting to have so much knowledge from him being passed down from people that he met throughout his life, having a surf career, and just, that all got pretty much like just dumped on top of me, when I was young, and just getting to learn through that route instead of maybe a traditional route with like just riding thrusters and doing NSSAs or comps and stuff and trying to just grovel out. I pretty much did the opposite, and now it's almost going...
Mainly longboards when you were a kid?
So the first board I had was actually just like a little like Aggie thruster.
Yeah.
It's a good board to learn on, Mm-hmm. And then I went into longboarding, and I had this longboard, but it actually like ended up like it was like an 8-foot log, whacked me in the head so hard when I was young, and I got so scared of longboarding I wanted like nothing to do with it because I just got so smoked by my log, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start, riding like shorter boards, 20s, or my dad always would put me on like eggs or like like single fins, and stuff like that, and like bigger, thicker boards, because I feel like if you're learning to surf, that's the best way to do it.
For sure.
You can get into waves easier. You set your lines better instead of just hopping straight onto something that's so maybe squirrely or like sporadic, something made for like such an advanced surfer,
Yep, no, for sure.
Then slowly but surely I realized like, I should probably start logging. My dad made me do these club contests that were like longboard events and stuff with other kids my age and stuff like that. So then I started logging. I wanted to be like, I want to like beat these people in these longboard comps. And then, and then you make so many friends through that, and those friends ripped, and I just wanted to surf with them and log with them and stuff like that. So yeah, I just went on with like that. And then pretty much after, like, I longboarded a lot, and like swells came and you tried to go longboard and stuff, my dad was like, no, like, let's go get some barrels, and take me to the reefs down in La Jolla and get me some waves out there. And that's when I was like, whoa, like, this is pretty sick, like getting barreled and stuff, like this is sick. And then got like I remember I got my first like proper vision. It was a closeout, but first like proper, like, remember like driving through this barrel, and it was so like round at Newport Point, up in Newport in California, and then I was just like, oh man, that was so sick. I'm pretty hooked on this. And then just kind of became this like balance thing between doing longboarding a lot, and then just riding the right board for the right condition. That's what my dad kind of pretty much taught me. And then it turned into just wanting to get barreled, and finding good, really, really good waves. Trying to always be in the right conditions, But yeah.
And were you riding all your dad's boards? Was it always ones he'd shaped, or? He has a surfboard business, is that right? He shapes boards. So
he doesn't shape boards. But he has a surfboard business and has different shapers under it that he works with. Like currently right now there's this guy Joe Blair that he makes the models with, and then those get programmed and stuff like that, and you can get like the model and it'll be finished for you, But like he when I grew up, like I would ride the boards that like were under his surfboard label, or he was pretty open with me just trying other stuff too, and seeing what I liked, and
getting a feel.
Having other shapers be like, oh, like, let me have Tosh try this board, or let me have this, and yeah, I was just lucky enough to like have just so much different equipment to ride, and different boards to ride, and from such variety of shapers all around the world, like Australia or just other shapers in California, like Alex Nost made me my first or not my first board like that, but like that was the board I got pretty much my first real barrel on at Pipe was a Nost.
Yeah, right.
So I got to get
like
a
brown
Nost.
microwave television?
brown microwave television board.
Yeah.
Like the ones you'll see Creed and stuff ride, and Mikey and Nosty, of course. And yeah, I was just like super lucky to get a lot of just get to try such different stuff, and it was great. Yeah.
Did you have those guys? Were they around when you were a kid? Like, were you surfing with them a bit?
Yeah. I mean,
had a fair bit of influence.
Not like I wouldn't say I was surfing with them all the time, but I was surrounded by them a lot.
They're Orange County, right?
Nost is, he's in Costa Mesa. Just like with the duct tapes, the contest that my dad put on, where he would invite a bunch of international longboarders to all compete and stuff. And it wasn't really even a competition; it was just more like a big
hang out,
pretty much. And I got to go to those when I was younger and get to watch all these surfers like Alex Nost and Ryan Birch or Justin Quintal or Tyler Warren or
Andy Nieblis,
or I don't know, it goes on and on. So and like as young, they would see me as a young kid, and then slowly but surely, like I got older and older and older, and it still that friendship still stayed.
That's cool.
Yeah, just kind of just longboard community is like pretty tight. Everyone for the most part knows everyone, and it's just kind of how it goes
for sure. And would you say you felt pressure from being Joel's son? Did you feel pressure to perform, or not necessarily did he put pressure, but did you feel pressure yourself, just having that name and having that expectation to?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, it's definitely a big shoes to fill, and
it is,
especially in the longboard thing. Like, he's so influential there, and it's but like honestly, like it wasn't when I was young. It was hard to think about it because like it's just my dad, Like,
of course.
It is what it is, and honestly, I would say it didn't. I didn't think about it that much when I was younger. I was pretty oblivious to it. I was just like, oh, this is my life. This is the way it is, and that's that. It doesn't mean I need to, be something that someone wants me to be, or like have that expectation. I just like, it just felt normal. Well, and then maybe now, as I've gotten older, you
feel it more?
You can feel it more, because it's like, you can understand it more, where I just kind of, I was just kind of oblivious to it, honestly.
You don't have that childish ignorance, sort of like, what? Yeah, sweet, Dad.
You don't have that ignorance as much. You're kind of more like aware of what's happening.
You know what I'm telling you, boy, now do it.
You feel it way more now.
For sure, yeah.
But even then, like, it's mellow, and if it's, you can definitely feel it sometimes, like obviously, like he's won world titles longboarding, and it's like, oh, like someone will be like, do you think you ever want to pursue that and stuff? And it's like, oh, like, that'd be amazing and stuff, but maybe that's not something I want to focus on right now. And I don't feel obliged to either. It's just how it is. I'm cruising.
And did he ever say, for example, when you were surfing certain places, was he ever like putting the pressure on you, like, look, I think that you should ride this board, and you'd kind of want to rebel and be like, no, Dad, I want to ride this and this? Like,
oh, for sure. Like, I mean, like at Pipe and stuff, it's still an argument we have with each other. Like, not an argument, but like him pestering me about
a debate.
Or, like when I have made pipe boards this winter through his label with this guy Joe Blair, he'll want, more ear in the nose of the surfboard, more like width, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be able to knife these waves like these guys are if I have a board with that much width. Like I'm still gonna keep it old school, but like doesn't mean I can pull all that off. Like I'm gonna do it, my way, and it's way more understanding now. Where when I was younger, like it was pretty much like he made the board. Oh, look, this is how your board is. I ride it,
He's your board boy, and I go out. And do
like go on. Like, and he'll talk about it too now. Like he'll be like, looking at my old boards, I'm like, wow, I cannot believe I made you ride a board that thick when you were that young. Like, this board's like 4 inches thick, and I'm taking it out to Pipe, and I'm like 16 years old on this like super thick board made for like a 50-year-old man. Like, what am I doing on this thing? But getting to learn to ride those boards that were really difficult, I think, helped when I started riding boards. Helped a lot, and almost made it easier when I started riding boards that I felt were more
That
fit
were more
to
like
me.
refined. Yeah, once you
Yeah.
started riding more refined boards, you're like, well, if I can knife a 4-inch thick single fin boat, I can knife anything.
I think it just taught me really how to position myself too on the wave for
Yeah.
what like
Picking the right
equipment to
line.
ride. Yeah, picking the right line. Yeah, I as much as at the time I thought what's wrong with these, like why am I riding this? I want to ride this. It was actually really helped me out. It was perfect.
Yeah, sick. And so you've been doing a bit of time in Hawaii now. Your girlfriend is Hawaiian, is that right?
Yep. My girlfriend's Hawaiian. She's she's from Oahu, and then I just my dad's, I think he spent 36 years of his, maybe like 35 years of his life going to Hawaii every winter, going to Oahu every winter.
He's still going?
Yep, still every year, and puts, just putting in his time when he was young and trying to have a place, a spot out there, a place out there.
He's got one
in the
right?
lineup.
He's got a house,
and he also has,
Oh, sorry, yeah.
He was, it was mainly first, just putting in the time, trying to get a place
In the water,
place in the water, spot in the water, and then as time went on, he realized how valuable it is to have a spot there, fortunately he was smart, and he was able to get a place out there with my grandparents, and
cool. Yeah.
now we have a spot out there, and I get to spend my winters there, which I'm just so lucky and grateful for. And then just having my my grandpa who lives on Maui too, I get to go over there and hang out with him and stuff.
Go between the
so
islands.
it's like I'm not so far away from him, and I'm just so lucky. Yes, super great, grateful. And then they just like pretty much that's the place to be in the winter anyways, so it works out. It's just it's the spot.
Is that where you stay when you go there? Do you live in that house, or do you live with your girl?
No, I stay at mine. She lives out in Wahiawa, so that's like middle of the island.
Okay.
And where we're like on North Shore, so that's where the waves are. That's where you want to be. So just stay there.
Yeah. Does she come stay at yours a bit when there's waves?
Yeah. She pretty much just lives with me. So that's
sick. That's good. Eh?
I mean, she just wants to surf.
Just wants to surf as well.
Yeah. Works out perfect.
Yeah. Cool. Well, so what you've done? Have you done how many seasons there now? Would you say?
Back
to back.
I think
since you were a baby, were you going? Is that like
since I was a baby, I was going with my mom and my dad and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the first wave I ever actually caught as a baby, getting pushed into and stuff like that was this wave in Maui. I forgot the name, but it's this wave in Maui. So
okay.
It's always been a place I've spent my whole life, and have a little connection with it, and but I haven't that would always be little trips and stuff, and growing up learning how to surf in California, and then once I got to the age and my dad felt it was ready, he would take me over to Hawaii where you surf heavier waves and more feel that energy of those waves out there. And I think when I was 15 turning 16, that was when I spent my first 3 month
season,
4 or 5 month season, just staying there, and then that it's been since then. So it's been 5 years.
Yep. Cool.
5 years properly putting in time, and I'd do a 3 weeks before that, or 2 weeks every couple months, before or a month and stuff. But that was my first proper one where I was I'm here, I'm just gonna be cruising and just being independent and stuff and staying there. Yeah.
Sweet. You're 20 now, huh?
20 now, yeah.
21 in November, was it?
21 in November. Yeah, November 5th.
No way.
Yeah.
November 5th.
Yeah, November 5th.
It's my brother's birthday.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Wow.
Big birthday.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah, the Vendetta.
Yeah. Will you be in Hawaii for that? Is that when's the season start? Or when do you go over?
Yeah, typically head over. Try to be there for the first swell that hits pipe, because.
Okay, so you're waiting to see a swell.
Yeah, it just depends on the swell. It can be, late October. It can be mid-November. You never know. And kind of, it's good to be there that time of year because crowds are mellow. It's not hyped up. It's maybe the like sand can be funky and stuff over the reef at Pipe or something like that. But other spots get fun, and yeah, I just like going early season. But yeah, it just depends, kind of.
And like, do you have people stay in your are people staying in your place there when you guys aren't there, like, or you just leave it empty so you guys can kind of just jump and get there whenever you need?
Yeah, we have it's a duplex, so have the back half just for family and stuff.
Yeah.
And for myself and my dad and that. But the front half, it gets we have people who rent the front half.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So the back zone's always free.
Yeah.
So you can just boost out whenever.
Yeah.
See the swell, boom.
Yep. Pretty
Sweet.
much. Yeah. Or just post up cruise and just it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think everyone's probably seen it. I've definitely seen it all over the internet. You got that one wave at Pipe. Would you say that was the best one you've ever had at Pipe?
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Give us a bit of a walkthrough on that one. That was pretty insane, that one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know, like, you spend like, for anybody who goes out there, you see these like picturesque waves that people have caught over time of these like perfect chip-ins, or it can be this crazy drop or something like those waves like waves of a lifetime you get out there and stuff, and you always think like, oh, like just imagine, like in my mind I always thought like, imagine just getting a chip in out the back, rolling into just this big barrel. It's just perfect, and you come out and people are on the beach like, yeah, and you're just like, that's what it's all about. Like, that's all you want, just that feeling. Like, and you go out there, you think that's going to happen, and it just doesn't, it doesn't at all. And you can spend like you could spend years and years and years just never getting that wave, never having the conditions align, never having the crowd align. And it's really just all about, I don't know, just, luck. You just got to keep
sticking it out.
It's like gambling, really. Like, just go and go until it hits. But the only issue is, instead of like just putting money down, you got to pretty much put your body through the ringer and your mind through the ringer with the crowd and everything. So yeah, just pretty much that day was like pretty much the last proper swell of the season, and it was big rising swell. It was like washing through. I'd surfed all day before, like in the morning, but it wasn't very good. It was like kind of crumbly on shore, but it was big and there wasn't anyone out, so it was nice to get like, I was just catching roll-ins, which I actually like, that never really happens.
You said there wasn't anyone out?
Not really, yeah. Just
right.
Just like some people on the inside, but like
Just
it was bigger, so there was no one out at like second reef or anything.
Cool.
Like, no locals or anything, like in the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of side shore, not very good, but like was just, you don't really get the opportunity to catch like waves like that over and over again, like that are bigger. So I was catching like just like bigger chip-ins and stuff, and like roll-ins and stuff like that, and it was cool to just like be on a large wall of water over and over again out there,
Yeah.
And it kind of like, I remember thinking like, oh, like I just like, when I go back out there after that, I just need to, if I ever catch a wave like that out there that's clean, I need to fade it like as much as possible, because you're always gonna like want to be deeper. Because I remember catching these waves that were onshore and like I didn't need to fade it because it was super sketchy. But when I looked back at the footage, I was like, no, I need to fade it. So later that afternoon, it's big, it's washing, and a lot of crew are like, oh, it's not that good in there. And it wasn't. It was pretty weird, kind of. But there were some incredible waves if you were in the right spot, if you didn't get washed in, So I was just like, you know what? It's the last one of the season. It had been a really good winter, and just a lot of days out there for everybody, And I was like, just go out. Try whatever happens, just it's been a good winter. Doesn't really matter. And then I paddled out and pretty much like said hi to a couple people, and I looked like typically at this one spot kind of outside from like this like little deep peak, kind of like they call it the Wakita Bowl. That's like real deep. It's like you can like see it from the beach. It's like it's past like there's like there's like one house I always like try to mark up with, and it's like a little bit behind that. And that's where like crazy waves come through, but they're real sketchy. But if you sit just to the right of it, that's where like the big like Kalani Chapman, Flynn Novak, Randall Paulson, all these guys have gotten just unbelievable waves. And I was like, wow, there's no one there. because everyone had got washed in or people were kind of giving up. And I was like, no, that doesn't happen very often. And I was like, sure, if I sit there right now, I could get so washed through. But I was like, there's no one there. I got to just try, you know? And I just paddled over, sat right there. And, man, like within like 5 or 6 minutes, just like, boom, this big peak came in that just like kind of just looked like it had a lot of energy behind it. And I was like, this thing. Like,
this is
good.
it.
And I remember Connor Coffin was like a little deeper than me, but he like just paddled up and like we didn't know whose turn it was really. And man, thank God to Connor Coffin, he just like let me go. And wow. I'll forever be grateful for that. Like I just put my, like kind of he just paddled over and I was already paddling. I was like, all right, I'm getting this thing. And yeah, I took off and I just remember thinking, all right, no matter what, like don't even look what this wave's going to do, because I actually thought maybe it could be bad. Because sometimes they peak up and they don't do anything. And I've had it happen so many times. I think I'm getting this crazy wave and it sucks. Yeah. So I just was like, just fade it and see what happens. So I just faded it, didn't even look what was going on. And as soon as I started bottom turning back around, I was going, oh my.
Holy shit.
I was like, oh, like this is actually like a really good wave. I was like, no way. And it was kind of just like this like little disbelief moment. And I was just like, oh, it was like a relief. I was like, wow, sick. And I just like kind of tried to check into it casually and was like, oh, like this is just like one of those moments, like this is the one. And then I remember kind of getting like sucked up because the wave was drawing a lot of water off the reef, more than I thought. And I was like, whoa, like I better not blow this right now. And I almost felt like I was going to poke my nose, like getting sucked up. And I was just like, just as you go down, just slowly bottom turn back up. And that's pretty much what happened. I just like slowly steered my board back up. And the thing was just so round and perfect. And it was like bending back at me, which is pretty rare for waves out there. They don't really bend back very often. And yeah, I was just like, all right, here we go. And then the foam ball just kind of pushed me out. And I came out and was just like so stoked that my body just kind of went so like limp through that when I hit a little lump, I just
backed off. That's right.
Backed off, slapped my head so hard. I honestly think I concussed myself. Like I was fully seeing stars, and I just popped up, and I was like with all the water photogs, and they were all like, "Yeah," and I was just like, "Yeah," and then I was like, "Oh," like just because my dad's always like, you know, don't clam, don't like, you know, don't overhype it, don't do this. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I was like, I'm just gonna paddle back out. I'm just gonna paddle back out and like sit off to the side and like, you know, just kind of don't want to like
just marinate for a bit.
Yeah, just marinate for a bit. So I just paddled back out, sat off to the side, and then had some friends paddle out, and they were like, "Oh my god, that was crazy! Like we were from the beach. Like, oh my goodness, like you should just go in. Like you don't like." And I was like, "All right," and I just went in.
Yeah, it was a fucking crazy one, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just
crazy.
Super lucky.
I just went like real big, and then just went into this thick little like it just. Literally like an ice cream cone, and then at the end it was like, whoa, just got rounder, but almost smaller, but just thicker, and like, it's like the tube got smaller, but the actual lip and the wave itself just grew in thickness.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, skits on.
Thanks. I was just, for me, I was stoked on that wave, but like, guys get such gnarly waves out there, but that was just like, I've always wanted a roll in that actually properly throws on the first reef, and it's hard to get those, and yeah, I was just lucky. Just all the timing, everything worked out. Yeah.
Was that the wave of your life, would you say?
Yeah. I mean, I think it like just like the like, you know, I think for anyone like it's so meaningful just getting a
good one there.
A good one at pipe.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that was like the wave of my life, just that meaningfulness, but you know, maybe I've gotten like longer barrels at deserts or like a thicker, heavier, like, or like, I don't know. Yeah. I've lived my life. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. And like, so what's it like as like a young Californian kid? I mean, obviously you are half Hawaiian.
No, I'm not half Hawaiian at all. No.
Is your mum not Hawaiian? She's lived in Melbourne.
No. Yeah. She's not.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Well, okay. So what's it like as a young Californian trying to throw your hat in the ring amongst all the kind of kids your age that are Hawaiian? Like, are they giving you hell? Are they making it hard for you, or like?
I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, fortunately, not really. You know, I mean, yeah, like there's always like, it's a hectic lineup. Like, like in Hawaii, like everyone's, you know, trying to prove themselves and
Mm.
trying to make a name for themselves. And yeah, like it can be like chaotic, but as long I don't know, I just
Do the time.
you just do the time. I don't really try to get in any confrontation or like try to get real aggressive with people. I'm all like I want to be better than that person. No, I just surf because I want to get a sick wave, you know, not because I want to get a better wave than someone else. Like, yeah, I don't think it. I don't. Nah, it's been mellow. It's mellow.
Have you ever been in a blue or anything there, or like has anyone ever worded you up?
Like. Not really, man.
Not really?
Yeah, not really.
You just been keeping your nose clean.
Nothing seriously, yeah. Like mellow, yeah.
You're just going about it the right way, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, mellow, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so you guys did that trip to Indonesia, right? You did what? You did 4 months, did you?
Well, actually, that's
3
it.
months?
I think I did. I went last year. I was here in Oz.
Yep.
And I was up on the Goldie because I came out for Eve, it's my girlfriend's Challenger event. It was kind of getting fun waves there, and was just cruising like on the East Coast. And yeah, I knew I was going to go to Indo. I just didn't know how soon. And then all of a sudden a big swell popped up, and I was already like hanging out with Jade Morgan and Connor Hookway, who they're roommates there, or they used to be roommates at this place on the Gold Coast that I would stay at. And we were looking at it and we were like, whoa, like this swell going to Indo, it's a pretty good run. Like this looks pretty good, and like it looks big. And I was like, this could be sick. And I'm pretty sure, I actually can't remember if Zeke was with us in Oz. I don't think so. I don't even think he was there. I don't even know how that happened. But we just ended up being like, all right, let's go to Indo, and we're going to go to Super Suck, and we're going to score. And then I like left Oz, went there, met up with Jade like the night before, and then Hook flew in like that night too. So it was like me, Hook, and Jade, and we met up in Canggu, and the plan was to get a rental car and go drive to deserts just to look at deserts, like, and then go to like supers. So maybe get a fun session at deserts, like small, like whatever, then go to supers. So we and Zeke was getting in that night. So it was me, Jade Morgan, Connor Hookway, and then Carlos Goncalves or Don Cabeza, or just Carlos, who's from Ecuador, incredible surfer. Yeah, hilarious. We we rented this little car from the spot, picked Zeke up from the airport, and we went to deserts, and we roll up that next morning, like after the ferry ride, roll up in the morning, and there's like literally like no one there, and it's only like 3 foot, but just like perfect, like the sickest little 3-foot drainers, and we're just like, what? Like there's no one here. Had this sick session, just trading off waves, like, and I was just like, man, deserts is so sick. Like I forgot how sick this wave is, and not battling anybody or anything. And then we're sitting there thinking like, oh man, like there's no one here. Everyone's gonna go to supers. Like, why don't we just stay at deserts? So we just ended up staying at deserts for pretty much like, I'd say like 10 days or something. Yeah. Scored 2 desert swells.
It was pumping up.
Yeah, and we just stayed in Lombok pretty much. It got some sick waves, and it was just epic. And Skip came out for the second swell, and that was actually the best one. And we just were like scoring deserts, these 2 back-to-back like good desert swells, and we're just like, this is epic. And then we're looking at it, and we're looking at the swell going to the mints, and we're like, oh, what do we do? Like I've always wanted to get Greenbush, right? Like it's just this wave you just see so much footage of. You see like the strange rumblings and Shangri-La part with like Damo backdooring a crazy section out there. I've never seen it, but he like backdoors the main peak, which like you never see. And I've always watched that just going, what? Like that was so sick. Like I gotta go to Greenbush.
It looks sick, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's just such a sick wave. And it looked like a perfect swell for Greenbush. And I'm like, okay, like let's go, boys. Like, come on, we got to do it. So we all figured the stuff out. Zeke talked to this guy, like Lance's right surf house, this guy Maxine, who had a place at HT's, and we were going to get the boat from HT's to Greenbush in the morning. And we're like, all right, sweet. Made it all happen. Me, Skip, Zeke, and Hook all just left from Lombok, already on a high, already stoked. And we leave, go to, get to Badang, and we got go to bed that night, wake up the next morning to hop on the fast ferry to get to the HT's, and it's canceled for whatever reason. And we're just going, oh man, like, swells the next day. How are we gonna make it to Greenbush in time? Like, we gotta be there for this morning sesh. Like, how are we gonna make this happen? We're all trying to figure it out, and there's like other guests there too who also got canceled out, who are trying to make it to the same island, you know?
Yeah.
So we're all trying to figure it out, and these guests kind of screw us over and like bail our plan. They're like, oh, we actually already have enough people. Like, you guys are gonna have to figure it out your own. We're like, oh man, like wasted all this time trying to go with them. It's just looking bleak, right? Like, what are we gonna do? And all of a sudden, like it's getting late too. Like then it gets to like 10 o'clock at night, and we're like, what are we gonna do? And all of a sudden, Zeke and Skip comes to the room like, all right, like we got a plan. Like, we talked to the owner at the spot we're staying at. He's got a boat driver. He's gonna come pick us up at 1 a.m. and he's gonna take us to Greenbush, and we're gonna wake up there at like 6 a.m. or like 7 a.m. whatever, and just straight into pumping waves.
What kind of boat?
Oh man, they didn't explain, and we were just like, all right, sweet. And in my head, I'm just thinking like, this Neos boat had just crashed doing a crossing overnight, and these people were paddling for like 2 days. I'm like, this is a terrible idea. Like, this is such a bad idea. So we just like hop it. We're like, screw it, and we get in the taxi to go to the boat that we were at like 1 a.m. And we all of a sudden are like getting pulled up underneath this like sketchy looking bridge. And we're like, what are we like? Are we getting jumped right now? Like, what's going on? And we're like looking back, and there's this car behind us, like kind of following us. And we're like, oh, what is going on? Like, is this about to go down? Like, are we about to like are we getting robbed
smoked,
or something?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, doors open, the car behind us. This guy just like hops out of the car, and a surfer dude, and he's just like, what's up, guys? And we're like, oh, what's going on? He's like, oh, like I'm also hopping on the boat like with you guys. We're like, oh, what? Really? So it's like all of us, we walk up to where the boats are just under this bridge, because you can't go at night because I guess it's illegal. So we're doing it all like secretly or something.
Skulking around, yeah.
And the guy, Wandy, the boat driver, he's just like... Wandy, will go, bro. And we're like, he's like, yep. We're gonna go. We're gonna caravan. So it was like this small, like, you know, like just like a wooden, like this. It was like a small wooden boat, 2 engines. If a storm hit us overnight in that thing, probably dead. But whatever. Wandy's our boat driver. We're all good.
A canopy or anything on it? Or just straight open boat?
There was a little canopy over us, yeah. But I mean, man, like not much you could do, right? And
like similar to the boats you go out to like Cloudy and stuff on, like those kind of boats.
Oh.
Or a bit bigger than that.
A bit bigger, yeah. Okay. And with like a little like overhouse. Like I don't know if you ever like, these boats will like take you out to go surf sometimes in the Mints. If you've ever been to the Mints. But,
yeah.
They'll take you out to go surf.
Okay.
So not to cross the biggest fucking crossing you can do. Like, so we're just like, we pretty much just all decided like, you know what, boards are in front of us. If shit hits the fan, grab the boards, start paddling, and we'll just figure it out. But like for now, just hop in and we got to make it there, right?
Yeah.
So we hop in our boat. This other guy who like was in the car behind us, he hops in his boat like pretty much on his own with his boat drivers. And yeah, we have 2 Indo boat drivers behind us, 2 in the other, and we just like as that were on our boat with us.
Yeah.
And then we just take off through the night, just engine smoke in our face, so hard to breathe, so it just sucked. Yeah. And we're just like, I'm just like, all right, just go to sleep. So I passed out, and I wake up like in the morning. It's light out, and I'm thinking, all right, we're at Greenbush. I like wake up, and I look out, and just no land in sight. And I look back at this, not Wandy, but this other driver, and he looks at me and goes, "So sorry, bro." And I was like, what? Like, oh my God, like, are we lost right now? Like, where are we? Like, this is fucked. Like, what the fuck?
Sorry,
bro. Wake, skip up, wake, hook up. I'm like, boys, like, this guy just told me I'm sorry. We're nowhere near land. We're supposed to be at Greenbush right now. We're going over these huge swell lines. I'm like, guaranteed it's firing, first off. Second off, are we going to die? Like, where are we right now? And, like, what we do is Skip just, like, pulls out his phone, finds the smallest amount of, like, somehow has a little bit of service, and, like, goes on maps, or, like, Google Earth or whatever, and, like, looks at where we are, and we were, like, pretty much, like, an hour away from HT's. And if you get to HT's, it's another 3 hours to get to Greenbush. And it's 6 a.m, and I'm just going, like, oh, my goodness, like, we're, like, 4 hours away from Greenbush, and then Wandy wakes up, he's like, oh, so sorry, like, took longer than we expected, like, the route was, like, a little different, like, or, like, something happened. Who knows what happened through the night, like, we were all passed out,
yeah.
And we're like, oh, no, and we're all trying to figure out what to do, like, do we even go to Greenbush, because by the time we get there, the tide's going to be probably a little too low onshore, it's building swell.
It likes high tide, does it?
Likes a higher tide, doesn't like onshore winds, and we're just like, oh man, and we get to HT's on a boat, we like just pull up to like the wave, and it's huge and onshore, and we're going, oh, like, Greenbush has to be firing, and Skip was like, you know what, let's just go to Greenbush, like, or else we're gonna be kicking ourselves the rest of the time, like, we could surf this later, let's just go. So we're like, yep, you know what, let's just go. So after 10 hours in the boat, we get to Greenbush at 11 a.m. and people are starting to come in because the wind is slightly blowing, pretty much exactly like we were kind of guessing. It was lightly onshore, still clean, still pumping barrels, lightly onshore, and the tide was getting lower. So people were coming in. And boys are like, it was so good out here, crazy waves. And we're just going, oh my God. And I'm just freaking out. Like, I'm full blown crackhead, like losing my mind, like just like twitching. I haven't drinking a sip of water, completely out of it. I've been on a boat for like 10 hours overnight, just breathing in engine smoke. Like whacked my board, put my tricks on. Hook, who's never shot off a boat before, I'm like, hey, do you think you can do it? He's like, yep, I can do it. I'm like, all right. I just ran out, paddled out, and within like 20 minutes, maybe a little less, 20 minutes, yeah, I get my first wave. And it was just like a big set, and I was just told myself, I'm like if you don't make this happen now, it's not gonna happen. So I was just like, just go, like, who cares? And then yeah, it was just like a bit like kind of a double up with a long wall, and I was like, I think this thing will hold, like it's not gonna eat itself. And yeah, it was a pretty sick one. I was just so stoked, like it just made the whole trip worth it. Like, oh my goodness, like this crazy relief, crazy vision.
Yeah.
Hook's first clip he's ever filmed off a boat.
Yeah.
And it just was like...
He nailed it.
We were just like, are you kidding me? And then like, yeah, the boat, like Skip got a big barrel. Zeke got one. Like, it was just like, no way. And then we get back, we like hop back on the boat because the wind was starting to blow weird at Greenbush. And we were just like, wow, like we made it happen. Like, I can't believe we made it happen. Like, that's crazy. And we were like, all right, let's shoot it out. And we were like, oh, let's just go look at macaronis. Pull up to macaronis. It's pumping. We surfed that for like 4 hours. Just like pumping macas, like uncrowded, not that bad. Draining, like just like perfect slab over and over again.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what? This is sick. And then we pull up to like HT's before dark, and it's just bombing straight offshore and like draining tubes. And we're just going, what is going on right now? We just surfed HT's before dark, and yeah, that was like my first time ever in the Mints.
Mentawai's Triple Crown.
We were on the boat for 18 hours before we touched land on water.
Wow.
And yeah,
so
it was
you didn't
crazy.
Put your feet on a mass apart from something floating on the ocean for 18 hours.
Yeah, and that was the other part. When we got to Greenbush, they were like, everyone in the lineup who was staying at HT's was going, oh, you made it. Like, we saw Zeke's story. We were gambling on like if you were going to make it. Wow. They thought we were maybe going to die. Like,
fuck. That's hectic.
Especially with a swell, like if a storm came with that swell,
And those
going
little
overnight
boat-
with huge. The props to Wandy, man. He pulled it off. So yeah,
No, Wandy.
Wandy, man.
A name like that, you got to be a legend.
I guess like you know how they say like Eddie will go. They say like Wandy will go.
Wandy.
That's what like
Wandy will go.
that's his iconic thing. So crazy.
And so, how long did you do on that trip in the Ments? Did you stay on land? You stayed on land, eh?
Yeah, we stayed at land at HT's for I think about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and
2 weeks there, and then
scoring the whole time, or
yeah, like fun waves. Like we scored for another like fun little like the rest of that swell. And there was another little swell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just sick being there and like checking out that area and
yeah, see.
yeah, did that, and then we headed back to Bali and just cruised there for like a month. There wasn't any really huge swell. It was like good Bali swell pretty much, and just had like a good time with the boys and stuff. And yeah, and then we then went to like I think August or yeah, because that was like June, end of June, then all of July, like kind of Bali and stuff, and then August a bunch of west swells came and it's got more deserts. My dad came out to Indo for the first time and like to Indo in like 13, 14 years, but to like Bali in like 30 years.
Wow.
35 years. 35 years. And he was just tripping on like what it looked like and stuff because it's just so.
It'd be hectic if you came back then, eh?
Imagine there's just nothing, and then you roll up and there's like Russian nightclubs and stuff everywhere. You must be tripping.
You'd just be like, what the
It looks
heck?
like you're like, what is going on? He was just couldn't believe it, like just completely like what.
So crazy. Yeah.
But he had a good time. He did get.
It's a fucking rat race there these days, isn't it?
It's insane. Yeah.
It's fun, but it's fucking hectic.
But we got to surf the expression session at Padang together during the while the cup was running.
Sick.
They gave us like.
Oh, you and your dad?
Yeah, with my dad. Yeah, we got to surf with like a bunch of legends for like an hour or 2 hours.
Sick.
Like 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon. It was just epic, like so sick.
Fuck, that's epic. Yeah, so you were telling me a story briefly the other day. You told me the other day that you got really, I don't think it was an Indo, but you got really sunburned or something. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, what's that
yeah,
like?
well, I mean, yeah, fortunately I've been able to go on like a lot of
Was that Indo?
No, it was Fiji.
Fiji, sorry, yeah.
Fortunately, I've been able to go on like a lot of tropical trips to pumping waves and stuff. And yeah, I guess what comes with that is like how you take care of your skin. And I went to Fiji for the first time. I went to Cloudy and I got to stay with this like legend Shay Slatter. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Shay. He's the best. He right now is like has these like he's like making all these upcoming groms from Fiji. Like you'll see this kid James.
He's a local Fijian guy.
Local Fijian who's just got the sickest style, like, and the sickest backside barrels out of Cloudy and stuff. And
how old is this guy? Roughly?
He's now 16 or 17.
Oh, he's a grummy.
I think he's gotta be 16 or 17 now. He was 14 when I was there.
Is there a few up and coming Fijian lads like grommets?
Yeah, James.
Is there a little pack of them?
Yeah, James.
Sick.
Teo, and Moo. I forgot the last one's name. They're all legends. There's a pack of them, and they're just like, they rip. They're all charging. It's just so cool to see, like that they're just getting to go out there and getting barreled, and especially what James is doing is so sick. But yeah, I got to stay with Shay at his place and hang out with those guys and hang out with that pack, and we were just cruising. And you know, the boat they take out from the mainland's not very super nice, so we were taking out this boat that's got no sunshade, but like gets the job done. And when you're out there, once you leave from the main island, like you're out of Cloudy all day. Like if you go back, you're not gonna go back out because you can miss a window, you know.
Yeah, how far is it?
It's like a 45-minute boat ride.
Okay.
But on the way back can be a bit longer because of the
going against the
wind, you know.
Yeah.
But in the morning it's clean, so it's not that bad. But coming back sucks. So that's the issue, right? And you know, it was sick. There was sick waves, and we sat out there for like pretty much like 2 or like 2.5 days, just all day, simmering myself. But I'm just like, never been there before. I hadn't even been to Indo before, so I've never seen a wave like really like that. And I'm just going, what is this wave? This is crazy.
You went to Fiji before Indo?
Yeah, Fiji before Indo. Cool. And it was just pumping. And yeah, I had this sunscreen that I thought was working. Clearly wasn't. And we had like we ended up going to like the local like this like local bar or whatever, had like a fun night, and wake up the next morning, and I wake up and I walk out to the living room, and the boys are like, the local boys are there, and they're like, oh, bro, your face. I'm like, what? Like, my face? And they're like, yeah, your face. Like, bro, never seen it this bad. And I'm like, what? And I like look in the mirror, and man, my forehead was completely gigantic mark peeled off. Like, it looked like I had two completely different skin tones. Like, one like tannish burnt, and one like that was like leathery, and one that was just like pure white, like
fresh
skin. Man, I was a full reptile, dude. I was just peeling, and they're looking at me like, I'm thinking like,
yo,
I'm fucked. Like, I'm never gonna be the same again. Like, this is it. Like, I'm forever gonna have two different skin tones. Like, I'm gonna have like the Winnie Harlow, whatever you call that, like skin condition. You know, like this is it.
That model girl.
Yeah. You know how she's got the skin
she's got like the kind of darker skin and the white pigmentation.
Yeah, which actually made me like feel a bit better, because I was like, cool. I was like, maybe this is pretty like. This is cool.
Can make a modeling career out of it.
This is cool. And I was just like, but no, deep down I was like, oh man, this is crazy. And I'm just trying to think of what's going to happen. And then, man, by the end of the day, my entire face had peeled off. And I just had this fresh skin, and it was crazy. The photo sequence I have.
I got to see this.
Of my face. I'll try to pull it up.
See if you can pull it up.
I'm gonna pull it up. It's unbelievable. Like, I've never seen anyone have it quite go down like this.
And it's crazy because usually like it's sort of like gets a little bit patchy. Like, you can sort of see like it almost like looks like little speckles, like little bits start to go white where it rubs and stuff. But what you reckon it was coming off in like? Was it coming off in sheets or like what the fuck?
Look at me.
Holy shit!
And just scroll to the left.
Wow, bro.
You have to find a way to like show this.
I scroll to the left, and there's like
just a dog. Maybe
kind of look at it like a dog. Look.
To the right.
Like the kind of.
Maybe scroll to the right.
The dog's got like dark fur and like light fur. No.
Yeah. You see it now? How heavy is that?
That's so hectic, man. Wow, so literally your whole head peeled and just revealed a new, just fresh layer. You're like a...
I was rebirthed.
Like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon.
Seriously, I was a young caterpillar, man. And I left Fiji as a blossoming butterfly.
You blossomed in Fiji.
Oh, man.
Wow, that's
I think I still have...
gnarly.
That is a gnarly one, huh?
That's gnarly. That can't be good. Like, if you were doing that a bit, you'd be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, like, I've yet to have that happen to me again, but, like,
wow.
Seriously, I'm having...
You need some zinc, cuz.
I think I need to go to a dermatologist. How gnarly is that one?
Wow, it's just like you're all white and there's just like a little tiny strip of...
On my hairline, just strip of old skin.
Brown.
So gnarly. You have to... Wow. I'll airdrop this to you. You gotta spice them into this.
Can you send me those?
Yeah, I'll send them to you after.
Actually, you know what you can do as well is send me, if I can get that clip, if you're getting that one at Pipe, I'll put that in there too.
Yeah, of course,
or photo.
And I can give you the green bush wave and everything too, yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is good. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, man, that's fucking so gnarly. Have you ever been to a dermatologist? You're too young, you don't need to.
I haven't been yet, yeah. I need to get some checkups though.
Yeah.
After the amount of sun I've endured.
Yeah. I mean, I work a lot of the time with no shirt and stuff as well. And I've got some interesting freckles and moles. When I got them checked and they're sweet. I think it must take a bit. Or it's probably more of an age thing. Yeah. I think when you're young, like your skin hasn't copped enough. Yeah. Or the bad cells haven't developed enough to be a problem.
I mean, my skin was just... But that might be another story.
One big mole in the middle of your forehead one day. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Just this... The Fijian mole.
And then I went back to Fiji the next year, I think, or like last year, and worst sunburnt eyeballs I've ever had, and it was terrible, man. And I couldn't even see. And I remember the next day, like I surfed all day this one day, just like pumping, and the next day was a big day, and I could not see, man. I was crying, like I couldn't see because my eyes were so burnt. But I was like, I have to go out because there's such big barrels out there, but there's like washers and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I just paddled out and was just like this the whole time, like just pouring tears. Like it was fucked. It was terrible. And yeah, have had rough luck there.
Sunburn.
That's got to be the brightest the sun in the
strongest
world.
Sun.
Strongest
sun in the world.
Saying,
huh?
Yeah.
Russell Bjerke told me that he reckons that it's the most vicious sun.
Yeah.
Of anywhere in the world.
It's so vicious. Like you have to prepare. Like it'll get you.
I always assumed here was the worst because of the hole in the ozone, but maybe that hole is up there too.
Quadrupled over there.
Yeah.
So like, compared to here, it's crazy. Yeah.
Just straight magnifying glass straight on your head over there.
Straight on my forehead, just burn all my skin off and my eyes. It was so bad.
Yeah, it's hectic. I used to get it because I got big eyes, so I got 3 gyms.
Yeah.
But I got big eyes, and if I'd surf for a long time in the sun, especially like early morning, my eyes would get so sore that I'd be tired when I go to sleep. Try and close my eyes and go to bed, and it would hurt with my eyelids touching my eyeballs. And I'd be like, no, I can't sleep. Like, it's like so like intense. You're trying to sleep, but your eyeballs burn. It's like, how do I make this stop?
Exactly.
I can't sleep to make it go away.
It's got to be one of the worst pains ever. You just like, there's nothing you can do except just endure it. You can't sleep. You can't close your eyes. It hurts more. You can't open your eyes. It hurts more. So you're just in this constant pain. It's just like, man, it's bad, man. Like,
so
it's gotta be one of the worst pains. Surfing will mess you up. I've had had terrible like sinus stuff too. One time,
an infection from the rain or something.
Well, one time I went down to these beach break in Mexico, and I was big and like pumping and like just getting flushed with water. Like,
Pasquale's?
Yeah, just getting smashed with water. Like, you get smoked, and that specifically that swell. All I got was flogged, like just so flogged, and day of our flight, instead of flying out of Clima, we flew out of Guadalajara, which you have to go over this mountain range, so you go over like a little bit of high altitude, and I had all this water in my head, and man, we got into the high altitude, and I've never experienced such crazy pain in my head, and I'm going, I'm thinking like I'm literally like drooling. Like I completely, my body was like going crazy, and I was like, I think I'm gonna die. And I was telling the people who I was with, I was like, guys, like I can't get on a plane right now. If I get on a plane, I'm gonna die. Yeah. I'm gonna die. Like this is bad. We're trying to get drugs for me, like at these like convenience stores that will work and stuff. Like try to get like nasal relievers and stuff. Yeah. Nothing's working. I'm just going in the back of the car, like in so much pain, delirious. Like I can't even function, and I passed out because of how much pain there was. And I guess while I passed out, the boys were like, "Oh, like did he just die? Like, is he all right?" Because they even thought like, "Oh, he's not messing around right now. Like he's in so much pain." And apparently they heard just all of a sudden like all this pressure that was built up right here just come out. Like they heard it go. Crazy noise. Just and when I woke up, I was sweet.
Done. Like it never happened.
Yeah, it was just all that pressure from all the water built up.
What the heck?
Crazy, huh?
It's hectic. How now is altitude, man? Have you had altitude sickness? Like just straight altitude sickness?
Yeah, it's so not really. Whack, yeah, it's bad, huh? I've seen it.
I maybe going to Bolivia. And like you're on the bus and you go up and they kind of stop a few times for you to get up and walk around so you like can ease into it. And I got out, man. I remember just feeling like I just drank 30 beers. Just like stumbling around. My mate was just dead straight, just walking like, I'm just stumbling around, falling all over the shop. And I felt like mentally normal, but like my body and my head was spinning and I just couldn't even stay up, eh? You people get sick for days from an altitude sickness.
Yeah, I've seen it like
flexes you.
Vans used to do these snowboard trips, and guys would get altitude sickness, and it was really bad. They'd go to the hospital and stuff.
Yeah.
It's real crazy.
So gnarly.
Yeah.
So gnarly. Tell us about your first time you came to Oz, or I don't know if it was the first time, but you were telling me one time when you came to Oz and you jumped on the train to come down here? First time you came down here, actually, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about that one.
So I had seen some swell heading down down towards this way.
Yeah.
And I pretty much was like, I was talking to a friend, Keanu Miller.
Yep.
And he was like, I was like, hey, like, how do I get down to you? Like I don't have a car or nothing, and he was like, oh, like, it's all good. Like, you can just take the train and you can take it, you can take it down to me easy. Like, it's sweet. Just like download this app, like Train Light or something, or like Travel Light or something.
Yeah.
It shows you the train maps. I downloaded this app. I couldn't figure it out at all. And I'm just going, all right, well, like, can't be that hard. He's saying it's easy. Just hop on the train, head this way, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, I hop in this train, I'm all good. So I get off my flight. I've just flew from the Goldie down to Sydney, and I I grab my board bags, lug my board bag onto the train, get on the train, and I sit down. I'm going, all right, well, I'll just take this to the last stop. I'll be sweet. Little do I know that, like, there's routes you have to take. You have to hop off at, like, junctions, walk over to the next one, hop on another train. Doesn't occur to me. I just never really even, like, took
Did you not even ask questions? Like, hey, I'm trying to get here.
No, I'm just thinking, sweet.
He said it's easier.
Because I was asking questions to him, and he was just saying Travel Light. So I was just thinking, all good. Yeah, caveman smoking. And I was like, all right, like, I'll be sweet. And and all of a sudden, like, I was sitting on a train, and, like, I don't have much charge on my phone. And it's good. Time's going by, like, it's like probably like 2 hours now. And I'm thinking, like, like, I should be there by now. I'm like, huh. And all of a sudden, I, like, stop in this place, Liverpool or whatever, right? Liverpool? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think that's what you were saying. It was.
I think it's Liverpool. I don't know. And
so West Sydney. So you've gone in the exact opposite direction.
Opposite direction. I am who knows where. And these two guys get on the train, and they immediately look at me, and I kind of got weird looks the whole time. But these guys, I mean, I don't know how to put this out, but yeah, like, they were obviously
geared up.
They were geared up. Yeah. They were probably on
meth.
Yeah. And they look at me, and are like, "Whoa, what's a surfer like you doing around these parts, mate?" And I was like, they just come sit down right next to me and go, "Mate, what are you like? What are you doing out here? Like, what are you like? Where are you going surfing and stuff?" I was like, "Oh, like, I'm just trying to get to, I'm just trying to get down south, like, like, trying to get some waves and stuff. Like, looks like there's some swell coming." And he's just like, "Oh yeah, like, well, I think you're on the wrong train. Like, you're going the wrong way, man. You got to get off at the next stop." Like. And I was like,
oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. And my phone's, like, dead at this point. I have no charge. And now I'm just thinking, they're like, but this guy's, like, pretty much this one dude, Rico, he was pretty, like, on it. Like, definitely, little off. Like, definitely kind of.
Definitely on it.
Definitely on it in 2 ways. Yeah, he was on 2 things. But he was
on
being,
the pulse and on
he was
the
being nice, just trying to be overly nice, asking so many questions about surfing, because, like, yeah, I have a surfboard bag in the middle of fucking who knows where, like, pretty gnarly area probably, and his other friend is just sizzing hard, just fucking out of it, and I'm just going, whoa, like, this is bad. And this, I just turned 18.
18, that's right. Yeah, that's
and
right.
This is my only hope, right? This guy Rico, because he's like,
saving the day.
"I'm gonna take you to the right train. I'm gonna put you on the right path. Like, trust me, man. Like, you can trust me. I'm not sketchy." That's what he was telling me. Trust me, man. I'm not sketchy. I've got a family and stuff. Like, it's all good. You can trust me. And I'm just going, this is so bad, but I have nothing else to do. So he's like, "You got to get off on the next stop with us." And I was so there was, like, this little, like, map in the corner, and I'm going, yeah, you know what? Like, I do have to get off on this next stop if I want to get to the station that I want to get to. Like, I got to get off there. And I hop off with Rico. He's like, "All right, follow me." And I'm just like, oh, man. And his friend is so frying. And we just, like, head up the stairs, walk up, and we walk to the other side of the station. And we get to the train, like, the train's about to pull up. And he pulls up, and he's like, "All right, man, safe travels. If you ever need anything, here's my number. He gives me his number. Still have his number to this day. And he just gave me a big hug. And I was just like, you know what? That was epic. And
Thanks, Rico.
Thanks, Rico. And like, he just put me on the right path. But like, when I got off that train and I looked around at my surroundings, yeah, it was wild. Like, I don't know where I was.
Did he put you on the next train? Or he just sort of said, get off here, boy, and go there?
Yeah.
He's pointing you in the right direction.
He put me in the right direction. He explained where I needed to go, and I got there.
Okay. So he saved you.
He saved me, yeah.
It was Rico.
But it was hectic, man. Like, I was just thinking, like, I have no phone charge. I gotta charge my phone, and the only person I can like trust or get any like guidance out of is Rico. Like,
he's the Gear Brothers Anonymous.
Oh, dude. I still think about it. I'm like, his friend was
so
not
sketchy,
doing well.
man.
Like, so gnarly.
He was absolutely scorched,
Yeah.
huh?
Trust me, I'm not sketchy. I have a family.
How good's that call? Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, he obviously knew he was fucking looking pretty tweaked.
Yeah, like he knew he was looking tweaked, and he's like, you can trust me. Like, I'm not
good.
I'm not a bad guy, man.
I look blown to smithereens, but don't worry, I'm not a bad guy.
I'll put you on the right train.
Oh, well, that's good. It's cool that you trusted him and it came through. Cool, you didn't trust him, you didn't steal your boards and pawn him for a good bag of gear.
I know, it could have been bad.
Could have gone something like that.
Yeah, it was not looking good. Don't go to, whatever you do, if you find yourself in Liverpool,
don't go to
on the train from Sydney Airport, just get off and hop on at like Greenville or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty far out there by Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah, that's far.
Yeah, you put in a pretty good honest session going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you've sat out the time that it should take you to get to, like...
Yeah, I did double the time.
Well, yeah.
Like triple the time.
So it's like, well, hang on. Something's not adding up here. Liverpool.
It was so hectic.
Tell me about this haunted house story in
yeah. Oh man,
I haven't even heard anything about this one. The other ones I've kind of heard whispers about. That's what made me ask about him. But this one, all you have is mentioned.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
I mean, yeah, like as you can tell now, yeah, you pretty much like traveling and surfing, so much like random like crazy shit happens. Just traveling in general, you know.
Just in general, yeah.
It's just how it goes.
Being out of your comfort zone, eh?
But traveling, surfing, you know, you have to like you surf in these pretty like remote parts of the world, and you gotta have to just like find a place to stay sometimes. Like, and the night comes, you're going, oh fuck, like what are we gonna do? Like we gotta find a spot to stay. Is there a hotel around here? Do we have to drive a long distance to go stay somewhere? And yeah, like I was just in New Zealand before I kind of came around, like a little bit before, like maybe a month or two ago. And was in New Zealand, got to go on this road trip with like this sick sunbum crew down to the South Island. And yeah, we were surfing this spot, like it's like pretty far down, like past Dunedin and stuff.
Yeah, Dunedin?
Yeah, past Dunedin, like down like, you know, like
what are they called? The Kitlands?
Yeah, the Catlins, yeah. We were in the Catlins. And yeah, because that's what, yeah. that'll tie in later. But yeah, we're down in the Catlins, surf the spot, and we come in and we're like, all right, like we gotta find a spot to stay. And the guy, Benny, who was organizing the trip, absolute legend, nicest guy in the world. He's like, and hilarious. He was like, all right, like, I found this place called Catlin's House and Lodge or whatever. Like, we'll just crash here. It'll be sweet. Like, looks like a big spot. The lady on the phone sounds super nice. She won't be there, but apparently she left the keys in the door, and like there's a whiteboard that tells us where to go when we walk in. So we like kind of pull up and we drive through this town, the town of Oaxaca, and it's like pretty cool there. A little like super quiet, sleepy town, but like, you know, doesn't seem too bad, right?
Yep.
Get to pull up to our spot, and it's like up the top of the street to the right. And you pull into the spot, and you're kind of like looking at it, like, what did this used to be? Because it's like this big, like kind of like big, like almost like abandoned looking place, and you're like, this is weird. Like, what does this used to be? And like, we're all kind of sussing it out, and like you just get a bad vibe looking at it. Like, what is this spot? And we walk in. There's no one in there. There's just a whiteboard that says, here's your rooms. Your rooms are in the, like, keys are in the room. I hope you enjoy your stay, type of deal. And you walk in, and it's just literally this big empty place, like long hallways, like big kitchen area, big this and that. And you're like, it was just weird. Like, what? Like, what is this spot? And get to our rooms. I was with Eve, and we get to our room, and like take a shower. Right? I get out of the shower, and I like look at my phone, and I get a message from Benny, and he's like, screenshots this big review, and it's like this review of the spot saying, "This is like we had the most haunted night of our life, like 10 years ago here." I just like thought about it the other day and had to like write this review or something. Like, apparently, same situation. No one in the place, just us, and they were like running down the hallways, slammings on the door, like little like whispers at night and stuff, like in their ear and crazy shit, you know. And they're like, yeah, this place used to be an old old abandoned, like it's an old hospital. So we were staying in this big old hospital. Then next message I get is a screenshot of a message with the guy Jerry, who was shooting photos for the trip, saying, I just saw a dude who looked dead in the hallway, and he walked right past me and said nothing to me, and it looked like he was holding a knife. And we were just like, what? And then Benny says, I saw him too. Tells me that he saw him too with these other crew, and we're like, oh fuck. Like,
what? So there's just this. Is there actually a bloke walking out of there? Was there actually someone in there? Like,
we don't know. Like, we're just like, but they both saw him, and the guy
some
said,
sketchy junkie stayed in room 4.
The guy said nothing to him, and like apparently just looked dead, like dressed in like black, like kind of wet, long black hair, like straight out of a fucking horror movie, man. Just walking down the hallway, like just like
wow,
crazy looking, right? And then you see these reviews about how haunted it is, all this shit, and how there's no one there and all this, and we're like, the fuck's going on here, man? And we all just like, we're like, hey, let's just all meet up in one room, like figure out what's happening here, and met up in one room, and we're just kind of like, what do we do? Like, this is kind of fucked. Like, I don't really know if I want to sleep here at night. And like, I've never felt that like gnarly of a vibe. I kind of felt it when I walked in, but just bad, gnarly vibe. They're fucking seeing this guy who like, we don't even know if he's dead or not. Like, it could be a ghost. Like,
what's the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, like,
what's going on here?
Yeah, what's going on here? Like yeah. They said it looked, ghostly, like not out of this world,
Yeah.
And we're just like, what's going on here? And we're just like, you know what? Like, let's just stay in another spot, like 40 minutes away. Who cares? Like, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, place is weird, man. Like, super weird. So we all just bounce. As we're like walking out of our rooms, me and Benny like look, and like it was like straight out of a horror movie. Just this like, I always believed in spirits and stuff, but like it was like a straight up fucking spirit looking thing, just like going back to us down the hallway, and then just turns and just goes like pretty much through a wall.
Wow.
And we're just going, oh. It's like Benny's like, did you see that? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh fuck, like we gotta get the fuck out of here. And then we got out of there, and we just like we're like settle it with the lady later, right? And we just get back to our rooms, and I guess we did more research, and it was also a halfway house that we were staying in.
So it's gone from a hospital to a place where
it's an actual halfway house. Like, it's not only is it a hotel,
still is.
It's still a halfway house.
Oh, that's who old mate was. He wasn't dead. He was just smacked
that's
out.
The thing is, he was just fully like, he just came out of jail.
Oh man.
So like, not only is this place
wasn't very well advertised, was it?
Yeah, like who doesn't put in the fucking
just letting you know there's gonna be a bunch of junkies and ex-convicts and ghosts, but enjoy your stay.
Wait, like the worst place you could ever stay, man. Like, how do you find yourself there? Like, it was just so chaotic. We were just like, what the fuck? And then the next day, I'm like, we're checking the waves, and I feel in my pocket, and I pull out the key to my room at that spot. I'm going, oh man, like,
I gotta go back.
I gotta go back. So we had to go back once again. Nobody in there. No one. Like. There's cars there, like no one there, and we're just like, what? And just like same cars, like it's real weird, man. Really weird place. Gnarly in it, like, oh, it's just weird vibes.
Probably a bunch of smackies just laying around in there.
Yeah, maybe my boy Rico.
Yeah, Rico might be hanging out there.
But yeah, pretty hectic.
Wow, that's so hectic.
Yeah,
fucking hell. And like the Catlins is like kind of the wilderness, isn't it, right down there?
Pretty much, yeah. There's nothing going on. It's
You're right down the bottom.
Just country, yeah.
Is there little towns and stuff? Or?
Yeah, like that town of Waka is super cool. Super.
Yeah, it's like a kind of happening little town.
Yeah, and then like you go down, I could think there's like Riverton, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool down there, man. It's so beautiful. New Zealand's such a beautiful place.
I've done South Island. I didn't surf though. We just went cruising around, looked at places, and snowboarding and stuff.
We didn't even really score waves, but like still had a great time, and it was really beautiful. Yeah.
Yep. What do you reckon's one of your biggest fuck ups ever?
Ooh. Man, that's a. Yeah, I mean, there's like I've really fucked up like a bunch. Yeah, like I think. Yeah, there's that one. Well, I'd say all my fuck ups have come driving. Like I've had so many fuck ups driving. Like, but like, not, it's been a while now. But when I'll give you a big fuck up, man. So, the day I got my license, how's this? I didn't even tell you this. The day I got my license, just get my license, or I think it was the next day. Like it was that day. Just got my license. I'm stoked. Get back to the house, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, can I borrow your car? Can I go drive down to the local surf shop, like the surf shop Resin Craft, where I would hang out every day?
Yeah.
Even when I didn't get a license, I would just hang out at the surf shop every day. I'm like, can I just take your car and go drive down with Barrett? Barrett Miller is like a great shaper and a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the house, and I was like, can me and Barrett just go down to Resin Craft, go check the waves and stuff, and I can drive your car? He's like, yeah, no worries, like, all good. Like, I gotta go teach class anyways. Like, which he teaches jiu-jitsu down the street.
Oh, he teaches?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He owns a jiu-jitsu school, yeah.
Yeah, I knew he did it. I didn't know he taught.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, that's also, imagine, your dad.
Your dad can whoop some ass.
Whoop some ass, right?
Yeah.
That's how your dad is, and like,
yeah.
If you get in trouble, like,
you get your ass
sucks, huh?
Yeah.
So, I just got my license, hop in his car, and Barrett's like, oh yeah, like I'll just be a sec. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, like I remember like how in the car, like my dad would like, leave the car like not fully on, like not to like waste like fuel, just turn it on just so you can play music. So I get my music set up, but the car's not fully on, right? Playing music and stuff. Then like Barrett finally hops in the car. I forget the car's not fully on, and our driveway is like at a slant. There's a little wooden porch here.
Yeah.
So driveway's at a slant. So if you, let's say, just put it in reverse, but your car's not on.
You put your foot, yeah.
And you rolled, you'd probably hit the deck, right? Well, car's not on. I put it in reverse.
Put your foot on the accelerator,
thinking that I'm going to go this way. I go like this, and I'm just going forward, and I just roll into the deck and smash the front end of my dad's car. Literally an hour into getting my license.
What? Did you fuck it?
Kind of fucked up the front of the car. My dad, it makes this big noise. Porch kind of gets fucked up too. He walks out and he's just like, what the fuck? Like, you fucking idiot. Like, I'm just
what are you
losing
doing?
it. I'm going, oh my God. Like,
wow.
I just got my license and I just fucked up the front end of his car. Are you fucking kidding me? Couldn't drive his car for a while. Well, I pretty much like would never like I was able to drive after that, but like he was just so mad at me, man, and I was like, oh my God, I blew it. Then I was driving Kazu's car. This guy.
Not the same day.
No, not same day. This is like months later.
Yeah.
Oh man, all my fuck ups come from driving, man, and I am borrowing this guy's car, and I was driving it around. Like, it was kind of like my car for a little bit, and I'm in traffic, and I was doing my first real long drive.
This is California as well.
California as well. Like, I was driving like 4 hours or something to go somewhere, and
yeah.
I'm just in LA traffic, and like I forgot how like you're like rolling in traffic, cruising, and people can like kind of hit their brakes so hard in front of you, and you don't like, it's just like last second. So we're in LA traffic, and like all of a sudden this dude in front of me just hits his fucking brakes so hard, and I'm not even going really that fast, but like we're on the freeway, so you're not going like that slow.
Yeah.
I'm probably going like 25 or something.
Yeah.
And just like, oh dude, it's so frustrating. Just he hit his brakes so hard that I just didn't even have any time. Fucking
straight
back in him, and I'm just going, oh my God, you idiot. Like, what are you doing? And I'm just thinking, I am the worst driver in the world. Like, I am so dumb. Like, how could I, like, there was no time to push this, but I need to be more on it. Like, I'm just so mad at myself, like, just freaking out. Fortunately, the car I was driving was all good, but my insurance had to cover his car, and deductible went up.
Was he sweet with it?
No, the guy was fucking spewing, just mad at me. Like, and I was just like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. And then he was mellow. He realized how, like, I was just so rattled. And,
yeah.
And then, year and a half goes by or whatever. I go to Oahu during the summer for a swell, big swell. It's gonna be pumping. My friend Gabriel goes. He, I called him and I was like, "Hey man, can I borrow your car?" Because our car wasn't working in Hawaii. And he was like, "Yeah, like of course, like you can borrow my car." But I remember him just saying, "Whatever you do, don't crash it." And I'm like, "Man, of course." Like I totally understand. Like, I'm not gonna fucking crash a car. Sure enough, like I'm like driving to go into town, which is like South Shore of Oahu, to go surf. And I was gonna go stay at a friend's place the night before the swell. So I'm driving to my friend's place, just cruising. I could vividly remember listening to like Birch's part in Psychic Migrations, a song to that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm at this stop sign, just cruising, like in the stop sign down the hill. There's a big wall blocking your view on the right hand side.
Yeah.
But so you're just going down the stop sign, and from my view at the stop sign, what I thought is that it's a 4-way stop. So I know we're in Australia here, so it's just roundabouts. But 4-way stop pretty much is like right away. Everyone takes turns, right?
Whoever gets there first goes.
Yeah, like goes like this, like boom, 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 like people there first. So it's my turn to finally get to stop. I'm not even going fast at all. Finally gets to stop. I still think it's a 4-way stop because I'm so dumb. And I just let off the gas just a little bit. I'm going like barely any speed off this little hill, like just cruising. All of a sudden in my like right like eye, I just see this black SUV just flying towards me, and I just go and hit the back end of it. Just boosh, airbag, like the Prius slides.
You're in a Prius.
Yeah, I'm in a Prius, man. I slide to the right, like boom, like get there, and I'm like, I just like come to it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I just broke the one golden rule.
Yeah, one golden rule. Don't crash my car. I'm just going, oh man, and the Psychic Migration song is just now like playing, like, and like I just remember I'm like kind of had like ringing in the ears and stuff, and like Psychic Migration's just been playing. Like, this is a pretty gnarly crash.
Yeah.
The lady I crashed into was completely sweet.
Yeah.
The back end of her car was like definitely like the side of her car, not where her front door was, but like the back end of it was definitely smoked. But the car was alright, not totaled or anything.
Yeah.
And she was sweet. No one else was in the car, thank God. And I mean, if I had just let off the gas a little bit sooner, I would have got full T-bone, fully probably dead.
Oh.
Like real bad. And I just was like, oh my God. And I had to like pull my car into this like pretty like classic like Hawaiian family like place, like pretty like milked out. And they're just like, oh, it's all good. Like, just pull your car in. Like, we all fuck up. It's all good. It's all good. And I'm just going, oh, like, my God. And I'm just thinking, I'm going to have to call my friend, tell him I totaled his car. Like, oh, my God. Yeah, I had to just, like...
How'd he take it? Yeah.
He was rattled, for sure. Like, that's my baby, da-da-da. So, like...
It's only a Prius.
Yeah, it's all right. And fortunately, like, insurance... Thank God for insurance. It handled everything. And the other person's insurance was the same insurance as mine. So It was sweet. There was no, like, insurance battle, like, who's going to pay for what,
boom, boom, done.
It was boom, boom, done. And, yeah, it was chaotic, man. It was so gnarly. And, yeah, just moral of the story, don't ever let me borrow your car.
Well, I was just about to say, hopefully Lucas Larson isn't listening to this.
No, I know, yeah.
Shit.
Man, I know.
He's going to be sitting in Indonesia quivering
like,
his boots going, what the hell have I done?
I know, I'm borrowing someone's car here right now.
Yeah,
But no, like I've since then, man, I can't tell you how much like I've just like every time I'm at a stop sign, every time I'm like, well, roundabouts are different, but no, but every time I'm at a stop sign or like just driving, I just am like It's always in the back of my head, and yeah, it's gnarly, man.
Since I was 19, I've grown up a lot now that I'm 20.
Hey, no, when that happened, I was 17.
Oh,
It's been 3 years.
3 years is a bit of time. Oh, man, that's so hectic.
Yeah, that's a real bad fuck up, man. Like,
That's a pretty bad one.
Not only did I almost die, not only did I cause a lot of damage, I also totaled my friend's car.
Yeah.
And, like, the first two are like, haha, funny, like, all good. Like, you live and you learn. But
that one's a bit of a disaster.
That one was a big fuck up, and it was, like, just such a nightmare having to call my dad, having to call my friend, having to call my mom, tell them what I did, like, how much of an idiot I am.
How did you navigate that? Like, what did you have to do there?
Well, I didn't tell my parents for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I let that simmer.
Because
I was like, man, I'd rather just I was like, if I just handle this on my own without talking to him,
get away with it.
It'll be way better. Of like hey, this happened. Like this is why my deductible is higher or whatever. You know.
Deductible, is that like? I think in Australia we call that your premium.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's sort of the amount you got to pay if you do have a fuck up. It's the amount you pay to cover whatever. The cost is. You pay that amount.
Yep.
And it goes up every time you screw up.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you all just right up there. Right up there.
Well, actually, how's this? If I could have ever fucked up, that was the perfect time because I was 17. When I turned 18, it resets.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so sweet.
No harm, no foul.
Completely all good now. Like, everything's sweet. But yeah. Like, if I could have ever had that happen, that was the time in my life for it to happen.
That was the time.
But, like, still, should have never happened.
There's no good time
really
to have a car crash.
Yeah.
I've had one car crash.
And my friend got a brand new Prius with the payment, so.
Lucky boy.
Yeah, it's all good.
Lovely new Prius in the driveway.
Yeah, he's sweet.
He's stoked. What you said you were listening to Ryan Birch's song out of Strange Rumblings?
Psychic Migrations. I forgot what it's called. Have you ever watched like the part he's in
Chile?
Chile.
Yeah.
Just ripping with Ozzy and Nate Tyler.
I know the bit. It's a pretty iconic
section, yeah.
I can't remember the song.
But I can't listen if I listen to that song in the car.
The OCs.
Oh, the OCs, yeah.
Milo says the OCs.
If I listen to that song in a car, it's immediate superstition to have to swap it. Nope. Switch. Can't listen to it.
Wow. So like music, like what's your favorite band or what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh yeah. I really like everything. Like, so my my music taste, a lot of it comes from my dad, but a lot of it comes from my mom because she used to DJ a little bit.
Yeah, Mumsy.
Yeah, my mom used to DJ a little bit. Like,
sick.
She did a couple gigs and stuff, and like just not like DJs nowadays where it's just like
straight doofus,
straight fucking you're off your head just no like
crunchy.
More like you know like music everyone loves, like good like good old school songs and
like a proper disc jockey.
Good just like good R&B, good whatever, you know. So kind of just grew up listening to a lot of different types of music, and
that's cool.
Obviously, like old surf videos like that my dad would put me on, like from way back. They have such good songs and stuff, and like that was like what I always like envisioned that goes to surfing, you know. So yeah, I kind of just grew up only listening to the old stuff, and then like I still like some new songs and stuff, but pretty much like it's a pretty wide variety. If you look at my playlist, it's just
Random.
One playlist with everything, just millions of different songs, you know, or not millions, but like thousands of different songs, you know.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Well, do you have a preferred genre or favorite genre?
Oh, favorite genre. I honestly have I love like good what's not exactly disco, but like, for instance, like one of my favorite songs, a little funky, but like also like a little bit like I don't know, like one of my favorite songs is Automatic by the Pointer Sisters. Yeah. You ever listen to that song?
I do, I think.
But if that was like, if I had a word for that genre, it's like that type of music.
Sing it for us.
Oh, hell no. It's not going to happen. Maybe like, if you catch me at karaoke, I'll throw it down. But not that one. I have to play classics.
We could do that. That could be a night for the podcast. That could be a little side one.
Yo,
karaoke.
Man, you should see my karaoke career, man. I actually have had some big ones. Like, there's this contest called the Mexican... I'm really hyping up my karaoke, but like, there's this contest called the Mexi Log Fest.
Mm.
It's this like longboard festival.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
/
about
contest. Yeah, it's a big week. You go pretty big for that one, and like the this one night they did like it was the end of the duct tape. The duct tape fans and the Mexi Log Fest like worked together and had a duct tape before the actual festival.
Yeah.
And the final night, there's this we're in Sayulita, little town, sick little longboard right there, and there's this little sports bar that like no one really parties at, but they do karaoke. And I remember going the night before going, man, we gotta get everyone to come in here. So we all go, like we all have this like the main after party after duct tape, and I'm going, hey, everybody go to like this sports bar, and we're going karaoke. I just remember we like got like must have been like 150 people in this little sports bar in Mexico, and we just everyone was going ham on karaoke, and I did just a classic like Don't Stop Believin'. The whole
by Journey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a classic.
Yeah, classic, and it was just going huge, and it was such a probably best night of my life.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one of my karaoke songs.
Karaoke, man.
Or Rock the Casbah. I don't mind doing that.
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one for karaoke.
Four Non Blondes is a good one. What is it? Hey.
I don't know who that's by though. Or is that the artist?
That's the artist. Yeah. What's the song they sing?
I don't know.
I forgot. I don't know. There's so many good ones.
There's some good karaoke ones.
Yeah. It's real bad when you think you got a good one, like, oh, this will be unique, and then no one knows it.
Yeah.
Standing up there, and everyone's like,
You kind of got to pick one that everyone knows.
Yeah, it has to be a well-known song.
That's the way to be good at karaoke. You can't just bust one out that's unique to you.
Yeah, if you're not like, oh, I'm good at singing this song, doesn't mean if you're good at singing this song. It's got to be like
you can be as good as you want. If you're not getting people involved, then you suck at karaoke.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you got to get the whole crowd involved.
You do. You definitely do. So you what's coming up for you? Something
Yeah, well, like I said in the beginning, pretty much just my plans right now. Really, really lucky to be able to do it, but just trying to be on the right swells, chase the right swells, and been really, really lucky this year since the beginning of this year. It just kind of get winter in Hawaii, and I already put out a video on my YouTube Foam Balled.
Yep.
And that was like, put that on. I've been putting out videos on that, but right now I'm just gonna start saving up and hopefully make I made this film Tube Therapy.
Yep,
with my friend Cameron, and just kind of like a sequel to that almost, just another one, and with everything that I'm gonna get pretty much till the end of the summer.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hopefully get to just premiere it throughout the fall and the winter.
End of Californian summer.
Yeah, end of California summer, so end of Australian winter, pretty much.
So in a few months.
Yeah. Yeah, so after the Indo season, after the Australian winter, after whatever, Tahiti, I got spots I want to check out I haven't been to and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what's just coming up is just see
August,
what the ocean's doing.
August, Padang.
Oh, yeah, and that's right. Yeah, I got invited to the Padang Cup in August, so
that's pretty huge. That's massive.
It's a dream come true. I was fortunate enough to get to do the expression session with my dad last year, and that was like so cool, but to actually get to surf in a heat out there and have a chance to win out there, it's just, that's like the dream. And you get to watch people do it, like Bruce Irons or Benji Brand did it pumping year and just was getting so drained on the front hand. And I remember watching his video of him just like the way he was riding the barrel when I was younger, just going, I just want to do that. Like I want to go out there and try to get waves like that. So
now you got the chance.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so lucky. And
see,
hopefully get to do it.
Do you have any regrets?
Regrets?
Just like,
not realizing that was a 4-way stop when I crashed that car. That's a pretty big regret.
Not realizing the car wasn't on when you had to drive off.
Yeah, not realizing that. Not realizing how bad LA traffic is and not paying attention to my surroundings. Hopping on the wrong train and missing out on like a pretty sick surf session that could have been, and instead meeting a guy named Rico, going to that hotel. No, I don't know. No, man, I feel like you can't really lurk on much, you know. You can't. Like obviously, I have like stuff I regret, like in the water, like waves I've missed, sessions I could have done better. But like, fortunately, I haven't.
It's not a regret. Yeah.
Really haven't fucked up too bad in life, and just been lucky. So.
Yeah. And You reckon? What do you reckon you'll be doing in the a bit more distant future? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? By the time you're 25, where do you want to be?
Hopefully, I. Oh man, I don't know. Kind of just take it step by step. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, just I think the goal is really the main goal is just save up enough money and be able to put a down payment on a place,
Oh, yeah.
and just have some property. I think that's the goal.
Do you know where? Wherever.
Not sure. Yeah, wherever. Kind of. I've always loved the East Coast of America.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
And I would love to be able to get a property out in Florida.
Wow, cool.
All things are cheap, and yeah, just not live there, but rent it out, and just have that there. And that's my dad was really smart with his property when he was able to make money through surfing. He was able to get a lot of property, like our place in Hawaii, like so valuable, or our place in California, or just being smart. Hopefully, hopefully I can start saving up enough money to do that and not just be blowing it on surf trips.
I want to get smart.
Yes, I want to get smart in the distant future. That's the main goal.
My plan for the distant
Hopefully,
future. I want to get smart.
Hopefully, I'm not stupid and I just get smart.
Man, I'm 30 and I'm still stupid. Don't worry.
But yeah, that's the goal.
All right, we're pretty much going to wrap it up. But a little question I like to ask sometimes is, if you could give your younger self, even though yourself is still young, if you could give your younger self,
oh boy,
any advice, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I guess I don't know, like just to enjoy the moment more.
Mm-hmm. Be present.
I think that's the biggest thing. I think everyone says that.
Everyone says that.
Just be present, especially traveling.
Be in it.
So much times you just like with that boat, like just moments like that, like with the sketchy boat ride or stuff like that. Like you just have to stop and like be like, wow, like what is like I can't believe I'm even in this position to be in this position. You know, like just be lucky, even if it's just a shit day and like you're having a bad time, just like look around and realize how bad things could be. And I guess I could tell my younger self that, because there were moments when I was younger where I was just frothing and not paying attention to what was going on,
trying to get there and forgetting everything on the way.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's a good one. Being present's hard, eh?
Yeah, it is hard.
It's an important one. Yeah, I think I spoke to a guy not long ago. I was telling you guys about Tosh Tudor.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a good one, and I always hear it from older people. Like, by that I don't mean he's older, but like people who are older than me. They always say just worrying about stuff that either didn't happen or that just didn't. You worrying about it didn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
And I guess that all ties in it's all about, it all ties into being present, eh?
Yeah.
Like worrying about something and then it doesn't even happen. You're like, I just spent a week of my life fucking tripping on that and it didn't even happen.
Yeah, literally.
And then, like, I'm on a trip and I'm just so eager to get there and figure out what it's going to be like that I just like miss so much cool shit on that drive or where we just stopped. Or
I mean, that happens to me so much, man. Like going on trips, you are like coming down here, I immediately am looking at, what's this swell going to do here? What's this swell going to do here? But if you can just find that balance of being like still wanting to pursue the future, but also being present at the same time, that's that's it. That's where things go the best, I think.
Very good, bruv.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, you're a wise young lad, Toggle. Am I the only one that calls you Toggle?
Oh, yes. You invented the toggle.
I invented that, right?
And yep, 100% invented it, and now it's that's the nickname.
Thing.
Yeah, full nickname, yeah. Because Shano brought it back to the States.
Yeah.
And then it slowly made its way around, and then it made its way around Indo, made its way around everywhere, yeah.
And Toggle's a thing?
Toggle's a thing, yeah. Primarily between, like...
Sick.
You, Jado, Shano, Kobo.
Yeah.
A couple of O's at the end of their names, yeah.
The O's.
And then, now I got Toggle.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Tosh is a pretty unique name. Like, do you know any other Toshes?
There's a couple. Yeah,
Really?
I've met a couple Toshes.
Really?
Peter Talon's son, like the legendary Aussie surfer.
Yeah. He's got a son called
He got
Tosh.
named the same Tosh Townsend.
Tosh Townsend.
Tosh Townsend, yeah.
So what is it? If your last name starts with a T, they opt for it. Tosh.
Yeah, they asked for
Well, I wanted to call him
Double T.
Josh, but my last name starts with a T, so I'll just change the J
named
for a T.
named after Peter Tosh. Yeah, my dad.
Cool.
As if you didn't know, he smokes a lot of weed and got really psyched on Rasta.
Are we
the
talking
Rasta
Peter
culture.
Tosh the reggae?
Yeah, Peter
okay.
Tosh, the reggae
I was
artist.
like, I know a Peter Tosh, but is it the same one?
Nope, that's the one. Yeah,
Sick.
that's what I was named after. Yeah,
You're named after Rastafari.
yeah, Rastafari. Same with Judah, Lion of Judah.
Oh, what?
Both Rasta names. Yeah,
That's sick.
Rasta children.
Good on you, Jolly.
Yep.
What a mad dog. That's so
Yeah,
sick. That's cool,
Funny
man.
as that. And my mom fucking let that happen. Let that slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, must have been a bit of Rasta love in that family
Oh,
at the time.
big time. Yeah, my mom's Rasta for sure.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right, lad. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Jakey.
Thanks for sitting down and sharing a couple of stories, and
No worries, man.
good to have you back again, mate. And look forward to probably after you leave this time, I'll see you in the States next. So
Oh yeah,
you can go and check out your zone.
Yeah, you're gonna have tons of fun.
Looking forward to it, mate.
It's gonna be good times. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
Stoked.
Love you, bruv.
Love you too.
And yeah, see you next time, everybody.